biased by my call sign just because, just luck of the draw. It's such a great conversation piece. There's something else I was going to say. Oh, we got another game night coming up next Saturday. Yeah. What is it, the 23rd? Josh switched me from Echolink over to the radio, so now I got to adjust my whole body posture, even though I am sick. But we'll catch you up in that, Andy. This is KE8YUK, Claire with AB8MO.
Oh, you were making me think that packet lost, which wasn't bad. It was there, but it wasn't bad. You were making me think it was my fault. Well, okay. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, looking at the calendar, Cleveland Hamfest is next weekend, but that's on a Sunday. You guys going to make it?
Josh looked up like you had tried to take his hat. We don't know if we're going to go. He forgot about it. We'll have to, oh, no, we can't because the Sables are coming over. Sorry. It's your best friend, man. Not that I don't get along with the family, but I'm just saying, you started this. So probably not, unless we take him to the Hamfest, which I doubt will happen, but we'll see. So thanks for the reminder, and you know, if we're still sick or they're still sick, plans might change. So we shall see. Why would we do that? I've been kicked off of all of my social activities today because I'm sick. So this is an outlet. Back to you.
Oh, I see how it works. You punish Josh by not going to the Hamfest. Okay, got you. Well, hey, you got plans, no problem. Yeah, I'll probably go. And then the next one, the last one of the year I usually go is the MAPS Hamfest, which is the MAPS Air Museum down in Massillon-ish. It maybe would be a half-hour drive for you. Maybe we could carpool on that day because I would basically be driving right by your house to get there. But that isn't until like the end of October, and that's an indoor Hamfest. So, but that's a good one too. Not sure if there's any in between Cleveland and the Massillon Hamfest. And then usually by that time I'm ready to rinse and repeat, and I just hit up Cuyahoga Falls in the spring again. So, all right, Lucy, I'm going to let you go for real, and look forward to hearing you and Josh on the net. This is AB8MO.
We didn't know that existed either, but Esther actually volunteers at the MAPS Museum and wants us to go extremely badly. So we'll see if we can go. It would be amazing, and we'll see if she shows up because that would just be crazy. What in the world? Anyway, K8YUK, clear 4-wheel with AB8MO.
All right. This will be my last transmission, I promise. It's cool. The MAPS Museum, at least when I went last year, at least a portion of it was open, and they had volunteers on hand, so I was able to go when I was tired of looking at radio novelty items. I was able to actually go and check out the museum, and it's cool. They got a real nice touch of showcasing local veterans and their contribution to each of the individual conflicts that our country's been in. The particular section I went to go visit last year, I think particularly covered World War I and II, and parts of Korea, I think. But it was fascinating, and I'd probably go see it again. So, yeah, if you can make it there and check out the exhibits, yeah, I was able to piggyback off of both, just go to a Hamfest and go see some of the exhibits at MAPS. So that was super cool. All right, see you later. AB8MO on the side. I'm going to shut up now.
W8WKY. WB4Z.
WB4AIZ, Chuck. This is AB8MO. You want me to put you on your usual in and out there?
Yes, sir. Yeah, just put me in and out. Watching the Miami game. Brazzy, clear of 73s. Hello, everybody.
All right, Chuck. Hey, thanks for jumping in and saying hi, and got you marked on the list is in and out. So be sure to pick up your paycheck on the way out. Enjoy the game, and we'll catch you later. Have yourself a great evening. This is AB8MO.
Before I have it.
Hi, on the list there?
Yes, would you please? I'm not going to stay on. Had quite a good day with the XYL and got my meds and stuff, and I need to try to get a little more time. when I need back down during the daytime. Don't like to have to mention that, but that's kind of what kind of creeps up on me when I get at this point in my life of almost 73. So anyway, it's good to hear you, and thank you for being on there and able to work with the team to check the do the pre-check-ins actually. But you're about soon to cut into starting the pre-check, so unless someone else is going to take over. But I hope everyone enjoyed being at the picnic and stuff today, and was not able to attend, though we had thought about it, but there was some concerns about my health that precluded that opportunity. So with that being said, I'll go ahead and give it back to you, and thank you very much, Andy, and lots of love to you and yours, and God bless you, my brother. Be good to yourself.
All right, yeah, we got about 90 seconds or so, a little bit more than that until the start of the net. So, all right, glad you and Robin are doing well, and tell her I said hi. And yeah, it's important you guys do things together, and yeah, apparently a lot of other people had the same idea. I don't know whether they had people signed up and didn't show up, or we just bought way too much food. I don't know, but I know there was a lot of food left over. Russ was KDAVYT. Russ is trying to get everybody to take as much food home as possible. So I brought some of my cookies back home. That's all that I brought home. It's over an hour drive, and I don't know that, I guess the food probably would have kept for an hour and 15 minutes. All right. I'll see you later, Phil. You have yourself a great night. This is ABHMO. Got you marked in and out.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Welcome to the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. This is Mike, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. I will be doing the pre-checks for tonight. This is a directed net, and all traffic needs to go through net control. If there's any priority or emergency traffic, you can break in at any time. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Okay, we don't have any emergency or priority traffic. The net is on the following. The Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater on 147.39 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 4A496 and Echolink Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee Romeo. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, let's do the Mickey Mouse roll call and check to see if we have the crew here. Let's start at the top. Let's go Kilo Echo 8 QKO. Nick and Knight, are you here?
W8WKY. KUKO, yes sir, Mike, I'm here, standing by. It was good to see you today at the picnic, and say thank you for selling me the winning 50/50 raffle ticket. With that, sir, I'll pass it back to you. K8QKO.
Well, Nick, I think that crease that he put on it, that helped Russ to make sure he grabbed the right one. No, when I do a 50-50, it's usually honest. So, okay, you sound great. Glad to have you. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, that's me. I am here, and I know I sound like me. 88 EPC, Mr. Squatch, hello.
QWE and the Prenet. This is CDEPC. We are here. We have no responsibilities. Missed seeing everybody at the picnic today, but had some other family obligations to attend to. So, KDDPC, back to Prenet control.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I know that the family obligations are important, and those have to take priorities. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KD8 EPC. KD8 SLG, just Nick, hello.
KD8 QWE, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Mike. Everyone here on the Beaconnet pre-show. You're sounding good, Mike. I had to take a nap after overeating this afternoon. And happy to be up here and ready to rock and roll and listen in tonight. Looking forward to it. It's great seeing you this afternoon, Mike. You too, Nick. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
Well, Nick, I tried to take a nap, but the dog kept barking, and then the dog wanted up. I managed to get a small one, which is fine. So, okay, you sound great. Of course, I sound like me. So I'll go ahead and clear with KD8 SLG. AB8MO, hello, Andy.
I is here. This is AB8MO. Putting on the finishing touches of tonight's standard trivia question. KAQWB, this is AB8MO.
Okay, Andy. Hey, you sound great. I see that you have a number of people on the list. Did you go ahead and check to make sure they're going to be here for the whole net? Over.
Oh, okay, yeah, my usual announcement. Yeah, all you guys that are on NetLogger, you are checked in, and the ones, the two that I checked in and out are such, you don't have to call them back there, Mike. So, yeah, you'll just have to go through and see who's going to stick around as you typically would. But take some over-the-air check-ins first, and then start at line 6, which will be Lucy. Back to you there, Mike. This is AB8MO.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and clear with AB8MO. If you would like to go ahead and get on the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
KE8QWE, Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie, WA8KOC, Fred in Akron.
Kilo 8, Papa Julie Whiskey, K8PJW, Philip in Twinsburg. Kilo Echo 8, Tango, Quebec, Romeo, Keith in Uniontown, KE8TQR, in and out, 73 off.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a break and go through who we have on the list. Okay, let's start with KE8YUK. Hello, Lucy.
KE8YUK to the net. Good evening, everybody. I am looking at NetLogger, but I'm squinting because Josh's work computer screen is very small. So I'm just going to say generally, hi, everybody. Oh, he made it bigger. That is really big. But yeah, I'm here. And are we sticking this early on? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're sticking around.
Okay, Lucy, that sounds good. Going to go ahead and clear with KE8YUK. Let's go with KE8VKA. Hello, Josh.
K8QWE, K8VKA. Good evening, Mike. Good evening, everybody. Good to hear you in there, Andy, Nick, all you guys. Yeah, we'll be sticking around. Looking forward to it, and excited to see what Andy's got for trivia. Thanks for doing the pre-show there, Mike. Talk to Nick in a little bit. 7-3s, K8VKA. Back to you there, Mike.
Okay, Josh, that sounds good. Going to go ahead and clear with KE8VKA. KG4SCK. Hello, Mark.
Hey, good evening, Mike, and everyone. Andy, Lucy, everybody on there. Josh. Yeah, I'm sticking around for the trivia. I sent Andy some trivia resources, so there you go, Andy. Wink, wink. KG4 SEK, back to prenet.
Okay, Mark, did you have a good time at the picnic today?
I did, Mike. I really did, and I got to meet a few more folks. Let's see. Scott. Let me see. RWX and the two on the Beaconette early in the morning that were walking around and give the gas reports and stuff. Can't remember the name or the call sign. So help me out, Mike. KG4STK.
Oh, that was Rod and Wendy. I can't remember their call signs right off the top of my head, but I know it's Rod and Wendy. They used to walk with their dog, which was K9 Lucy. So I'll go ahead and clear with KG4 SCK. AI5Q. Jairus, hello.
Well, good evening there. This is AI5Q, and I'll be sticking around for at least the first part of the net. I don't know if I'll make it to the very end or not. I had a very long weekend. My goddaughter and niece, who's 7 years old, just got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes on Friday, and she's been in pediatric ICU ever since. And she gets let out tomorrow to go attend an 8-hour training class with her mom about diabetic education. So poor girl is stuck in a hospital with nowhere to go and then has to go through an 8-hour class. I feel bad for her, but I know a lot of the tricks and tips and things to help her get through not being able to eat a whole lot of carbohydrates. So I brought her some very special cookies tonight that she can snack on and not affect her blood sugar very much and all that, since I'm type 1 as well. So I just thought I'd help her out as much as I could. But anyway, like I said, I'll stick around for a little while. I'll definitely get through the trivia question, and then who knows if I'll be here for the rest of it. AI5Q, back to net control.
Okay, yeah, I know that type 1 diabetes is a tough one, but I also know they have an awful lot that they can do to go ahead and help her, too. The neighbor lady is type 1, has been so since she's been a child. She has done very well. So, okay, hey, I'm going to keep her in my prayers, and I'm going to go ahead and clear with AI5Q. Okay, let's go to Monroe Falls and talk to Mike. Whiskey Bravo 8 CXO. Hello.
W8WKY.
Okay, Mike, hey, have a great night. I'll go ahead and clear with Whiskey Bravo 860. Okay, Eddie. Whiskey 3 ETB. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Mike. Hope you're doing well this evening. And I'm building quite a here of people for the week. So it sounds like it might be interesting. Be looking forward to Andy's trivia question. And the answer is yes, I'll be sticking around. And hopefully, Alan will have a trivia question today. I thought maybe on Wednesday that Alan was going to have a trivia question, and I got that it was Wednesday and not Sunday. So there you go. Anyway, turn it back over to you there, Mike. W3 to be.
Okay, Eddie, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Go ahead and clear with Whiskey 3 ETB. Okay, let's move to Akron. Whiskey 880 KOZ. Fred, hello.
Hey, good evening, Mike, and everybody on the net. Great to hear everybody this evening. Everybody's sounding wonderful. Sorry to have missed the picnic this afternoon. As with some others, I had some family stuff going on here. Could not break away, and we'll make it next year. But anyway, good to hear you. If you could mark me in and out, I'd appreciate it. Appreciate you taking my check-in, and hopefully you guys have a great net. I'm sure it'll be great. Back to you. KE8QWE, WA8KOC, 73.
Okay, Fred, that sounds good. We will go ahead and get it. You marked as in and out. Have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey Alpha 8 KOC. Let's go and talk to Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. Hello, Fred.
Hello, everybody out there. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Sorry to hear about Jairus', I believe he said, granddaughter. My late wife was a diabetic, and oh my gosh, that's just all the shots she'd have to give herself and the testing, and she'd have to take these prick tests, and man, sometimes it didn't, work out right, and she'd get readings that were just ridiculously off the charts, and she'd have to do it again, and it's just, I know it's not fun, and I thank God I never had diabetes, but, things have progressed a long way, and, golly, I sure wish her the best. I'll be around for a while anyhow, at least for the question. KE8 QFT back to net control.
Okay, Fred, that sounds good. Yeah, I'm a type 2, and I have it pretty well under control, but I also know, too, this type of stuff is no fun. So, okay, I'll go ahead and clear with KE8 QFT. Let's go to K8PJW. Philip, hello.
KE8QWE, KPJW. Good evening, Mike, and good evening to all the BeaconNet, pre-net operators out there. We've had a pretty full day here today. After church, we came back and started painting our living room and dining room since we had just got the floor finished, and it's been a pretty full day. So I think I'm just going to make this one and done, and wish you the best of luck on your net, and maybe we'll talk on the barometer net tomorrow. This is K8PGW, back to the net.
Okay, Philip, that sounds good. Yeah, when you're tired, you are tired, and the best thing to do is to get some sleep. So I'll go ahead and clear it with K8PJW. FedEx Mike, KC3 QFC. Hello, Mike. KC3 QFC.
All right, someone's holding it open out there.
Okay, it looks like it is free. Well, I looked at the blue screen to see where FedEx Mike is busy, so we will leave him on the list. Okay, let's go to Oklahoma. KJ5 CGJ. Hello.
Hey guys, I am gonna stick around for trivia, so I'll just send it back to Net so you can get down your list.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll go ahead and clear with KJ5 CGJ. Okay, Eric, KE8VZA. Hello.
KE8QWE, this is KE8VZA. Hello, Mike. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing fine. I will be sticking around for the rest of the net. Looking forward to it. This is KE8. Back to you, Mike. KE8VZA, that is.
Okay, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8VZA. I better go ahead and ID this thing before the FCC comes knocking on my door. This is Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey Kilo Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you would like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
JB, Alpha Foxtrot 5, Julia Bravo, Matt, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So what time?
KBA, that is
we'll try it.
Bravo,
KCA. Fox Flame Victor.
West Farmington, Ohio.
Name that tune, you'll know it. Let it mark KCFQV in Aurora.
K5CCP, Kilo 5, Charlie Papa, Patrick in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. In and out, no traffic.
Okay, I'll go ahead and go through who I have. I have AF5JB. Hello, Matt.
W8WKY.
Well, I appreciate it. Beginning to you and everybody else on the net. I just want to check in and say hi, everyone. And been there pretty well. Had a birthday last Thursday. I turned 44 years old, and got to hang out with some friends of mine, and we all ate cake and all that. So that was a lot of fun. And cool down here in Oklahoma. Of course, pretty a little bit warmer into the week, but not too much. Things that a little rain forecast, but I guess we can always need it. Always use it. But what temperature it is on the screen here? It's currently 82 degrees, but had a pretty good weekend. Staying down. Of course, did my laundry and all that. Then I went to Busters and went to Hard Rock and had a chicken sandwich there and went home, had me a beer and I went to bed, and so that was my weekend. And fixed it to start a whole new week. But other than that, I'm doing okay. See you guys out there. I was going to say work week. Thanks for having me on. Always good to hear everybody. It's 73, and catch you on next time. Thanks for having me. And this is the AFIJB. Matt's City of Tulsa. Back to control. Catch you on next time. Thanks again. Good to hear you, 73.
Okay, Matt, that sounds good. Hey, stay cool and have a great night. I'll go ahead and clear with AF5JB. Let's go to KB8OVA. Lyle, hello.
Very good evening, Ned, and everybody else on the net, of course. Not too much going on here in West Farmington. It was interesting to hear the trivia question from AB8MO. They have a program here up in Chardon, Ohio. We have a trivia question every day on the Trivia Net, so it's interesting to listen to them. Well, my birthday's tomorrow, and I'm going to be going to the hospital because I got a ear infection. Hopefully, it's not real bad. It hurt for a while, but it's cleared up a little bit, but still stuffed up there. So we'll find out what's going on. If ain't one thing, it's another, so I could probably celebrate my birthday in the doctor's office. Back to you, 7-3, KB8OVA.
Okay, Lyle, well, have a great birthday and have fun getting your ear checked. Those things are no fun. So I'll go ahead and clear with KB8OVA. Let's go see what Mark is up to. KC8FQV. Hello, Mark.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering if you picked me up or not. So I looked at the chart. I have not got NetLogger up yet. I looked at NetScraper, and it was there. So I said, okay, you got me. I didn't know. But yeah, today came out to be good. Everyone was so worried. Everyone was worried about today that we'd be having a washout. But no, we didn't. We had a good weekend. Yeah, hopefully they, up there in the northeast, way up northeast, they have getting socked now. Hopefully they're surviving up there, New England. But yeah, I didn't get down to I only got to one thing today. I got to the Historical Society's picnic. Well, I did go get screws and nuts and bolts for the walker for Mom. But I forgot to take the other screw for the light, and then I went back and got the screw when I was home and went back up and got it. So I had the ladder. I left it at the road because I was doing another project there. Well, I'll even finish it tomorrow. But when I got up there, I said, I got to have that to do the other one. But there's always something. So let's send it back to net, and we'll be around for the main show. So we'll send it back to net. Great, we got this net. Great hearing everyone. So back it comes. KC8, Fox Queen Victor.
Well, Mark, welcome to our net. It wouldn't be a net without you. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC8FQV. Let's go to Texas and talk to Scott. N7FGP, hello. N7FGP. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and leave Scott on the list and call him when it is his turn. Okay, if you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Into uniform.
Could you please come back with your call sign again, please?
Wade, down in Seminole, Florida. Whiskey Delta 8, Mike, into uniform, WD8 MIU.
K5CCP, it's Kilo 5, Charlie, Papa, Patrick, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
KE8BHQ, Benjamin, out of Strasburg.
Okay, well, we picked up warm weather late Wade in Florida. Whiskey Delta 8, MIU. Hello, Wade.
Tried to get a little bit earlier, but you didn't catch me, but that's fine. We're going to, turn it back over to you. We'll be here for the really big show, and thanks for doing the pre-net there. WD8 MIU, back to you.
Okay, Wade, that sounds good. Yeah, you are breaking up just a little bit, so I think it's good enough that we can do the net. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey Delta 8 MIU, K5CCP. Did you need a recheck?
A negative on a recheck, just a single check-in. I must not have heard the call back. I'm doing this via Echolink and not having the best of luck tonight. No traffic back to net control. Look forward to your trivia tonight. K5CCP. Bye.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll go ahead and clear with K5CCP. And then we have Ben in Strasburg, KE8BHQ. Hello, Ben.
W8WKY.
KE8BHQ, and I will be sticking around for the real big show.
Okay, Ben, that sounds good. I'm looking forward to Andy's trivia, too, as long as I don't fall asleep sitting here. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8BHQ. Well, my shift is over. Let's go ahead and transfer over to Nick at night. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo to KE8QKO. Nick, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mike. Fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick and my call sign is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar KE8QKO, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here in the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WWKY-R. This is directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters. So we ask you to key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. Nothing heard. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location. All right, sounds like Mike did a pretty darn good job on the pre-show if we don't have any check-ins when the net starts up here. So I think next we're down to Andy, AB8MO, and get our trivia question for the evening. Andy, take it away.
All right. KEAQKO, this is AB8MO. Hopefully Alan can cook up something a little bit better here, but this is what I got. How many contacts were logged for Ohio's most recent activation of W1AW/8, which happened the last week of August? Is it A, 1,699, B, 6,911, C, Charlie, 9,611, or D, Delta, Andy's 59,999th boredom breaker net check-in? Again, how many contacts are logged for Ohio's most recent activation of W1AW/8? Is it 1,699, 6,911, 9,611, or Andy's 59,999th boredom breaker net check-in? Back to net, AB8MO.
All right, fine business on the trivia there, Andy. We'll have to figure that one out. I don't know. Not sure where to go with it. But I'll have a guess later on the net. My prerogative is to wait. Now, for those that are used to our normal alternate trivia question, I'm actually not... Oh, never mind. Hang on a second. Sounds like we might actually be able to get an alternate question in, but it might wait a minute or two before we do that. Well, actually, we just got on the blue screen. So I'm going to break for time. I'm going to read the question, so I'm not sure if Alan's going to be able to get in with us or not to read the question. So I'm going to break for time and read that question for everybody. All right, never mind. Alan is here, so I'm going to pass it off to him and get the alternate question read for us, and then figure out additional details for the answer, I suppose, because I believe Alan's schedule has changed a bit. So, Alan, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, I have my signal right now. Can you okay?
You're a little choppy, Alan. You were breaking in and out, but I was able to read your whole transmission. So maybe read the question twice for us, if you don't mind, just to make sure if there's any breaks, we get it all.
Okay, this is on Echolink, so I'm going to have to scroll out of the screen but leave the mic keyed up here as I go to the question. I'm going to scroll out of here and go.
KF5, DAY, KE8QKO. Looks like when you changed apps, it cut out. So we did not hear that. We're not hearing your question.
KI5DAY returning. Okay, I'll see if I can do this. Give me just 1 second. I'll look at it real quick, and I'll come right back. I'm sure I can do it by memory. Just 1 sec.
Absolutely, sir. Let us know. All right, KI-5DAY returning. In 1999, the Pentagon made it illegal to use the following device or devices. So A, the question is it A, two-way radios, B, Furbies, C, Bluetooth devices, or D, somebody else can read the Cornwall bean question, the answer, because I forgot it. Because I'm on Echolink, I can't see it, but anyway, it has something to do with the, any pictures of the Cornwall bean family. That would be D. So the question again is, in 1999, the Pentagon outlawed which of the following device or devices? Would it be A, two-way radios, B, Furbies, C, Bluetooth devices, or D, any pictures of the Cornwall bean family? There we go. KI-5DAY, by memory. KF5DAY, KAQKO, fine business on the memory there. You got it all. I think I know what the answer is, since I was in the military at that time, and I can rule some of those out. But we'll see how that goes, and I'll wait to answer my question later. All right, thanks for getting in with us, Alan. We definitely appreciate it. And while we've got you, do you want to start your traffic for the evening? Because I know you are, I believe you are a short time-ish since your schedule changed. Well, I should be able to get back in here. It's Sunday nights, pretty laid back out here on Sunday nights, but I should be able to get back in here by 11 p.m. your time. And if you already get to the answers for the questions by then, and I'm not already back before then, you can, I'll send Dustin and Nick the answer by 10 o'clock if I can't make it back myself, or by 11 your time, if that makes sense. I texted those guys earlier and told them if that happens that I will text them the answer ahead of time, but I should be able to get back in time for the answer. And I'll be on break for at least the next 30 minutes anyway, or 20 minutes, so I should be back in time to get the answer, but if not, I will send that forward. KI-5DAY, and the answer to the regular trivia, because I didn't hear it all, I forgot. I'm going to say B for baked goods. KI-5DAY, back to me. All right, thank you, Ellen. Got you down there for Bravo for baked goods for your answer for the main trivia question. All right, and this is KAQKO on the WWKY repeater, where I am about to start going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet this evening. And up at the top of our list is K8 Yuck YUK, just Lucy. Lucy, go ahead and take it away with your traffic.
K8 QKO, this is K8 Yuck. That's exactly why I can't bear to change my call sign. Hello, everybody on the net and my blue screen buddies. It reminded me of a lyric of an Elton John song, but I'm sick, and nobody wants to hear me sing in general, let alone when I'm sick. So I'm not going to serenade you. As mentioned, I'm sick. Josh has told me to stop mentioning that I'm sick so much, but it's the only thing I did all day was be sick. I missed the picnic. I missed the birthday party. I basically just hung out with Betty and slept, and then hung out with Betty, and then got invited over by neighbors even though I'm sick. So, not much happened today. I did finish a book that I started, and it was okay. The ending was kind of boring, so that was a disappointment. So I'm starting a new one that's a little bit more entertaining. And before I go, I wanted to share a different book that I have from 1927. I'm going to pause for time real quick. K8YUK returning. It's a book from 1927 called Make 'em Laugh, and it's a book of jokes. But the problem is they're jokes from 1927, so a lot of the references they make are very, very dated. I already told you one of them and you didn't get it, so what's the point? For example, and if this is enjoyed, maybe I'll share more of them in further nets. This one is called Pass for One. Once in the Civil War, reminder, 1927, a soldier was standing on guard at night when someone approached. Halt, who goes there, said the sentry. Friend, with a bottle, was the answer. Pass, friend. Halt, bottle, said the sentry. And that's the end of the joke. So now you've been introduced to humor from 1927. Again, if it's enjoyed, maybe I'll share more in the future, because it's a thick little book. And that is my traffic for the night. My trivia answers are going to be D for Andes, because I like being a border breaker netizen, and I want to know what number I am. So at least you have a cool number. And my answer for Alan's is going to be B for Furbies, because they creep me out. They're so creepy. No, thank you. All right, now because I'm sick, I'm just going to listen and pass it back to Net Control. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. God bless.
All right, thank you, Lucy. Actually, that's not a bad joke, and I imagine there's probably a lot of weird ones from back then, but I kind of like that one. I might actually use that at some point. And as far as being sick, it is the season, and I will say join the club. I had it last week. Now I'm kind of on the tail end of just having like a little bit of a lingering cough that's going to last me another week or so probably. My wife and son have both been sick. They both missed the picnic today because of it. And, yeah, I'd say join the club. We have Kleenex boxes. So it is what it is. It's that time of year. And next we go down to K8VKA. Eric, go ahead and take it away, sir. Or Joshua, I'm sorry, Josh. I got my names mixed up in my head. Josh, take it away.
K8QKO, K8VK, you just gave Eric a heart attack. Good evening, Nick. Good to hear you running the net. I'm doing well. I am not sick. I'm not. No, I'm not. So I had a busy, productive day. But what did I do today? Well, we went to church, and then I kind of relaxed for an hour or two while Lucy and Betty slept. Betty woke up, played with her a little bit. That was fun. And then I drove out from Akron to Amherst to pick up a trailer for my dad again. He was over with my brothers yesterday, helping me fix the wall that we've been working on, the basement wall. So we got that tarred. We got there was a walkout part of the basement, and on either side of the walkway there's bricks, and it's kind of a retaining wall that was crumbling. So we ripped that out and started the process of putting the new wall in. So got cinder blocks and everything. Made some pretty good progress. Really happy with that. So really grateful for their help. Let's see. So I got to lay drain pipe this week and get some rock to put down there. So we're getting towards the end. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so picked up the trailer from him again today, and then visited my grandpa for his 91st birthday. We'll call him Grandpa VKA. I like that name. That's hilarious. So good to see family. I kind of kept my distance. It was all outside, and I kept my distance, just because I know she got sick this morning. So, but good to see him from a distance. Let me take a break for time. And then loaded some of the last bit of crushed concrete into the trailer when we got home, and just been enjoying relaxing here down in the radio room ever since. My answers are going to be two-way radios for Alan's question. Nice work on the maximum effort to get the question read there, Alan. I applaud your efforts. And then for Andy's question about the activation, let's see, contacts log. Let's go with Bravo. Let's go with B. Lucy's playing she's messaging in the chat. Anyways, all right, I'm going to send it back to you there, Nick. Have a great net. Thanks for running it, and I'll catch you further down the log. K8VKA, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Josh. And I will say you're not sick yet, because that's how ours went. I think I picked it up from my buddy at his house last weekend. We were making some mead, and he had a runny nose, and he thought it was a hangover, and it turns out it probably wasn't. And then I got sick and passed it on to my son who got sick, and he usually bounces back. And even when he had COVID, he was just like, he had like a sniffle for an afternoon, and that was it. But it took him down for 2 days, and he runs around in circles like the kid doesn't stop moving. And he didn't move for 2 days, so I knew he was sick when he didn't get out of bed. And then my wife got it, so that's how it goes. It's a club, time of year. Wait your turn, everybody will get it, and that's the way life goes. We got you down there from Bravo and Alpha. Glad you got to spend some time with Grandpa VKA. And next we get down to KG4 SCK, who provided my Beacon Net snack this evening. Mark, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, good evening, Nick at Night, and everybody on the net. Not much to pass on to you guys. Had a wonderful time at the picnic. Good to see everybody. The trivia question. Andy's got hung up on some 1s and 6s and 9s. In which order? I'm gonna just take a stab in the dark and say Bravo. And for Alan's question, I'm going with Lucy. I don't like them Furby things either. And I'm thinking maybe they had cameras or something. They didn't like going through the tours, maybe? I don't know. That's my guess. KG4SCK, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Mark. Guys down there for Bravo and Bravo. It was good chatting with you today. It's always good to see you. And next we go down to AI5Q. Jairus. How you doing tonight, Jairus? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Well, good evening, AI5Q here, and I think for the trivia I'm going to go with A Alpha, and for the first question, the 1,600 and whatever number, and for Alan's alternate trivia question, I'm going to go with B Furbies, because I think they could record what people were saying and then repeat it back, and it was kind of creepy anyway, especially if you take the fur off of them and you just see the robotics. They're really creepy looking, kind of like a Tickle Me Elmo without any fur on it. That's a scary looking doll for sure. So I'm going to go with Furbies for the second question, answer B there. And other than that, just having fun, playing around in the blue screen, and relaxing after a long, tough weekend. So I appreciate everybody's support in the blue screen of my goddaughter, who's 7, and going through a rough time right now, but things will get better here shortly when she finally gets released. So anyway, back over to you from AI5Q.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Jairus. You to not see the blue screen, but I'll say that for everybody who probably has, and myself included, prayers go out to your goddaughter, and hope she gets better soon and back on her feet. So next we get on to K5CFY. Ray, how you doing tonight, Ray? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? K5CFY, K8QKO. Ray, do you have traffic for the Beacon Net this evening? Please call now. All right, nothing heard from Ray there. Perhaps he had to step away. I'll put him down on my call back to later list. Next we had WB8CXO. who is in and out. And then we are down to W3 ETB Eddie. How you doing tonight, Eddie? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Nick, hope I'm being heard today. And, no real traffic. Just, had a nice day here in Annapolis, Maryland. Temperature's getting better. It's more fall-like, so hope we get some more days like that. And yes, there really was a magazine called. It was nothing. They said it came out in the '60s or something like that. Along with Mad Mag, which was a satirical magazine, and interesting story about there. I hope you're not anymore, and I hope you get really better and become unsick. So put it to any of us. We don't need it. And absolutely, as far as the trivia question, the main one, I'll go with C. I totally forgot what the trivia question was. I think Alan's was something to do with verb, and verb look a lot like Gremlins, which came out, I think the Gremlins were in 1984, so maybe somebody modeled trees after Gremlins, and I think enough people have said that they're kind of looking way. And I didn't really even know that they could record. It does sound like a pretty legitimate thing, so I'll go with B on that one. So, and I'll have to turn it back to say 7 because I'll probably get to sleep in a while here. Take care. WTB, back to that.
All right. Thank you, Eddie. We got you down there for Charlie and Bravo. We have 3 more in and out check-ins here. And before I go to them, I'm going to identify this is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet this evening. And the 3 in and out check-ins are WB4AIZ, WV3K, and WA8KOC. And that takes us down to K8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing tonight, Fred? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Well, as far as the main trivia, I'm going to leave it blank. I'll come back and get it later. After I get the easy ones out of the way. If there is any easy ones. I might say, for the alternate trivia, I'm tempted to say Bluetooth. Although I was out of the military long after this. I just think it may be Bluetooth, because, my theory on it being like, if you're working somewhere in the Pentagon or something and the messages that you send could be easily intercepted, that's just my theory on the whole thing. I actually have no idea at all. But I'm gearing up for tomorrow night's game with the Steelers, Browns and Steelers. Last I knew, the Browns were actually favored, and it's in Pittsburgh, so maybe this year the Dogs will get them. Other than that, not much to add. And back to net control. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right. Thank you, Fred. I think we missed your answer for you said Bluetooth, I think, right? For the primary question, and Charlie for the alternate. So, all right, Charlie, Bluetooth for the alternate question. But I think we missed your answer for the primary question. You want to come back with that?
No, I'm going to take an incomplete on that because I have no idea. No idea at all. I bet it was a whole bunch, though. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, sir. We got you down there for Charlie for the alternate question, and incomplete for the first one. We had two more check-ins that were in and out. We had K8 PJW Philip, who was in and out, and K8 TQR Keith, who also was in and out. That takes us down to KC3 QFC. I'm sorry, Mike. I should have noticed that earlier and got into you. Geez, I should have noticed your call sign earlier and got into you earlier because you're probably mobile. But KC3 QFC, FedEx Mike, if you're out there and you want to share your traffic, please go ahead.
Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Foxtrot Charlie, FedEx Mike. We'll start off with trivia. We'll go with AA for both of them, so American Airlines for both questions. As far as my traffic, I mean, you could take all the traffic off the highways, and I'd be really, really happy with that. Sure, give me an easier night. Wouldn't have to deal with them, but no, you caught me while I was still in the yard, just doing my initial walk around here before we actually hit the highway, and, well, roll out onto the highway, rather. Other than that, not too much going on. Last week spent recovering after a real nasty tooth removal process, and it just did not go well. But we're doing much better today. The infection's under control, and I don't know, we're feeling much better. Glad to be on the road, finally making some money. This Friday is going to be a real sad crier. I think I only worked 2 runs last week, so it's definitely going to be a screamer. Hi. Other than that, beautiful night. I think the stars are up there somewheres, but not too much more to add, so we'll send it back to net control from Kilo Charlie 3, Quebec Foxtrot Charlie, and I'll forgive you this time.
Thank you, Mike. Your forgiveness is appreciated. And I'm not sure if we caught your answers for the trivia question. Do you want to come back with them again, please?
Roger. KC3QFC, the answers were A and A. American and Airlines for both trivia questions. So Alpha. KC3QFC.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, I did hear that. I had some American Airlines joke pop through my head that didn't actually turn into a joke, and I didn't see it in the net logger. So thank you, sir. Got you in there. Good luck. Stay on the road, and try to avoid those people on the road that don't really have an idea what they're doing behind the wheel of a car. And next we get on to KJ5CG, or let me start that over. KJ5CGJ. Aussie, hi. Oh, no, you know what? Aussie came in and said he was in and out, and he gave us his answers, which were, I don't remember, but they were the blue screen. CNC, and he said he'll get back to us if he has a chance to get back on the radio when something came up. So we're going to put him down as in and out, put his answers in as Charlie, and then go down to K8 VZA. Eric, sorry for getting you and Josh confused today, but the whole K8 V something A thing tends to mess up in my head sometimes. And Eric, go ahead and take it away. Also, it was nice seeing you today, Eric. So go ahead and take it away.
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. Nice to meet you too, Nick, at night today. Nice to meet some other new people there too at the picnic and spend time with everybody, those I met previously and those I just met. It was a good time. The food was awesome. Oh my goodness. And Nick, that pulled pork was to die for. Let's see. Trivia, I'm going to get that out of the way before I forget. I'm going to go with B for the main trivia, and I'm going to go with also B for the alternate trivia, because I really think Furbies have some evil communist connections there, so they had to have been outlawed. I'm certain of it. Well, with that, that's about all I have. Turn it back over to you, Nick. AE8 VZA, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Eric. Got down there for Bravo and Bravo, and yeah, it's possible Furby's might have been the TikTok of the 90s. I'm not really sure, but it could be. Anyway, we had AF5JB Matt, who is in and out next. And we are now down on our list, but before we do that, I like to try to identify around the overall hour or 10-minute marks. My last one was about 8 minutes ago, so I'm going to identify real quick so I can stay on pattern. This is K8QK with a WWKY repeater going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. We are now down to KB8 OVA. Lyle. How you doing tonight, Lyle? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Oh, good evening, Ned, and everybody else. Yeah, as far as the question goes, you always tell me when in doubt, pick C. So I'll pick C for both of them. And when I'm done here, I'm going to secure because my ear is bothering me. I'm going to go to bed. And somebody was else talking about the different sayings going on. Somebody told me you're not allowed to talk about religion, politics, or sports. But I say go Steelers. KBA OBA.
All right. Well, thank you, Lyle. Since this is an Akron, Ohio station, I think we're going to go ahead and ignore that last comment there. But we got you down there for Charlie and Charlie. Ha-ha. And next we go down to KC8 FQV. Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
All right. KC8 FQV here. Well, I'm going to say Bluetooth on the first one. Let's see. I didn't really remember what the second one was, but I'll just say Charlie with that one too. And everything else is going good. Yeah, I couldn't get to all three. Well, I could have, but I just didn't get to the three. Well, there actually was four. I could have gone to the Chicago Falls Oktoberfest. There would have been polka music there. And I'm a little sickening. I didn't go over the Potato Festival. I got to find real potato pancakes. The only place you really find them is at the Potato Festival. You know, all the other stuff is synthetic. It's synthetic potatoes. I don't know what, I used to have good ones at Perkins, but they screwed them up too. I don't know how one can, because they used to be chunks and everything, but now, like they run them through a colander and fine mesh them. I don't know what people do. But, yeah, I didn't get down to the thing. I'm worried about rain today. We didn't have there was no inkling of it around the area. I think it all went up the East Coast. So we have to pray that them guys out on the East Coast get out of it, or they get drained out of all the water they got. Hopefully it all drains back down to the Gulf from the New England states. Other than that, not much else are happening. So we'll send it back to net, and I'm glad I'm here. I can call people. So let's send it back to net, KCFQB.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Good luck on your potato pancakes and finding some good ones. We got you down there for Charlie and Charlie. Next, we had K5CCP Patrick, who is in and out. We are now down to N7FGP Scott. How you doing tonight, Scott? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Good evening, Nick. This is Scott in Houston, Texas. A little bit cooler here today. Only got up to 94, so that's kind of a welcome relief. We're back down to maybe normal temperatures. Anyhow, for the trivia questions, I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. That's about all I have to say. Thanks for doing the net in 7FGP.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Charlie and Charlie. And next we get down to the master of Florida, the new king of Florida, WD8 MIU Warm Weather Wade. Wade, take it away.
Well, I'm not sure about the king, but yeah, trivia-wise, we're going to go with Bravo and Alpha. And not going to hold you up because you got a good long list there, so nice hearing you. And thanks for doing the net. And we'll turn it back over to you, WD8 MIU.
All right, Wade. You know what? I did not. I was. Oh, there we go. The net loggers got it. I heard your call. I heard your answers, but I did not recognize your answers in my head and could not remember them. But Alan has it in there. Thanks for getting in with us there, Wade. It's always good to hear from you. One of these days, we'll have to get back up in touch if you get back up here, or if I get down there. It's more than likely you're going to get back up here before I get down there. So, got you down there for Bravo and Alpha. And next we have K8 BHQ Ben. How you doing tonight, Ben? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
KE8 BHQ. Don't have much traffic. I wasn't able to make it to the picnic today. I had to go to a birthday party for a 4-year-old. Forgot that was coming up, so I wasn't there. Other than that, I just got home and finished hooking up a CB radio in the truck now. And as for trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. And that's about all I have. This is KE8 BHQ, and I'll give it back to Net Control.
All right, thank you, Ben. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo, and yeah, happy birthday to whoever the 4-year-old was. I'm sure that was a humdinger of a good time, because I remember those young birthdays when my son was young, and yeah, we had all the family come over. Thankfully now it's not as much having family and friends come over. It's more about, you know, maybe immediate family sometimes for one event, and then he does stuff with his friends for the other events, and we don't have to do a lot of that stuff anymore. It's my view is I prefer it that way. And we are now down to KI5 DAY Allen. Let's get his comments for the net tonight before he goes away at 11 o'clock. Alan, take it away. All right, KI5 DAY Allen. This is K8QKO on the Beacon Net. If you want to come back with your comments for the net, you can go ahead and do that now.
K8QKO, KD2SLG. I'm not seeing him connected on either of the links here. So I think he said he'd be back around 10 to give us an answer. Or, well, 11 our time. KD8SLG.
All right, thank you, Nick. Yeah, I thought there might have been a chance he would be hanging around listening during that time, but apparently not. We'll hopefully hear back from Alan at around 11. And next we get on to KI5 TAQ Taco Tim. Go ahead and take it away, Tim.
Oh, good evening, guys. This is KI5TAQ. As far as the answers to the trivia question, I think I'm going to go with D. And then as far as the alternate question, I could say C in reality, but I could also go with D for any pictures of the Cornwall bean family. Now, you kind of wonder, what did the Cornwall Bean family do to get themselves pictures outlawed? I don't know. Maybe we'll have to ask Alan that, unless they're pictures of wanted posters. We'll hear that when he comes back. And he may be working with a bunch of clowns out there, too. So we're going to have to ask him that question. This is KI5TAQ, and I'll send it back to Net Control.
All right. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, your answers on. I heard your answers. Sorry. We got your answers as Delta and C or D. So we'll see how that works out. Next, we have KE5NCP Tom, who is in and out, and we have KD2HCE, a proxy from KD8SLP, who is in and out. And I'm going to identify this is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet this evening. And we are now down to KK7OGR. Mike, how you doing tonight, Mike? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? Kilo 7, Oscar Golf Romeo. This is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater. Looking for comments for the BeaconNet tonight. If you have them, please call now. All right, hearing nothing from Mike there, I put him back on my call back to later list, and we'll see how that works out. And then we next go down to KG5 SYC Miss Sandy in Cibolo, Texas. Sandy, what comments do you have for the net this evening?
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Net. What comments do I have? Well, we did a little bit of absolutely nothing. We went to church, got gas in the car, came home, and the son came over, and he needed to get away from his home life to take a test for school and to finish up homework. And so he left the two little guys with Mama, and he came over here so it would be quiet, and so that's pretty much it. We watched a TV show, and we had dinner, and that is about it, other than talking to you guys on the net. So pretty laid back. And my trivia. Well, let's see. I guess we're going to go with the main, and we're going to go with, I think, B for Furby. And the other one, I'm going to go with A, because the other answers is really so high that I can't see Ohio having that many contacts within for the activation.
They're good, but they're not
But
that good.
yeah, I think that you guys are really good, and my hats are off to you with all your clubs and everything. But the numbers are just a little far-fetched, so I'm going to go with A for that one, because as I say, A, always right. So there you go, and that's my slogan. This is KG5SYC, back to you, Net Control.
All right, Sandy. Thank you, man. We got you down there for Alpha and Bravo. And yes, it's always to have a good day of doing a whole lot of nothing. That's a good way to relax and then just kind of enjoy things. Next we're down to KF5ADE, your partner in crime, Nickelodeon. Nick, what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Good evening, y'all. Yeah, we had like Sandy said, we had a very quiet afternoon. Yeah, nice, quiet evening, watching the tube a little bit and poking around on the computer a little bit. But not too much excitement, which I kind of like sometimes because it's just the way it is. And so I think we'll go ahead and keep with that. And yeah, Sandy and I were both talking about the numbers on the connection or on the contest. And my hat will really be off to you guys if you guys were numbers with that phenomenal. They could have been, but then again, that would have been what, multi-station level type operations. But you guys could pull it off. But I'm going to go ahead and go and agree with Sandy on the I guess that'd be the alternate one, the alternate question that has the numbers to it. And as for the question of the Furby, she read it to me a couple times, and I was thinking that it was the radios. I'm thinking it's the radios that were made illegal. I can remember something about they didn't want the two-way radios being used on base. Now, there's not a whole lot of definition on that question. Are we talking about Pentagon only, or are we talking about military-wide? Are we talking about Air Force? Are we talking about, something more specific? But at any rate, I'm about to lose out. So we're going to go with the two-way because I know they did because of distracted driver thing. They had I can remember the Air Force saying something about distracted driver and that kind of thing with two-ways. So they made them illegal or did something silly like that. So that's what I'm going to go with. All right. So with that, I got to quit before I lose my speech in front of my IT. KF5 ADE Nickelodeon will turn it back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. Yeah, I've got some thoughts on that answer. They might differ from yours a little bit on as far as that was the alternate question with the Furby, by the way. Yeah, I was in at that time, and I'm not sure which of those three it was, and I probably should know. But there's a couple of distractors that I'll enumerate on when I give my answer later on in the net, as far as why I picked the one I did, or will pick the one I'm going to pick when that time comes. Anyway, this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater. We are at the bottom of our list of check-ins to the Beacon Net this evening, and I'm going to open it up for more check-ins. So, if you would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Double K88GKG Kilo Alpha 8 Golf Kilo Golf John and Akron.
Alpha K3 HJQ John in Australia pedestrian mobile. I'll just be in and out. Good afternoon. Get this signal stop transmitting.
All right, I'm going to take it there and talk about what I've got, and I think the last caller is going to have to go try to get back to him if he's still listening. We had K8GKG John. Thanks for checking in there, John. We'll get back to you there in a minute. We had VK3HJQ John, and then the last station, which I think we probably should know your call sign, but I don't know it off the top of my head or remember it. That would be HJQ. Can you, or sorry, not HJQ. The station after HJQ. If you can come back again with your call sign, I would appreciate it. So again, so we had K8GKG, and we have VK3HJQ, and we had a third call out there. And that third call, I did not pick up your call sign. If you want to come back again with it, we would appreciate it. All right, nothing heard there, so I have to pass on the last call. And we'll go to KA8 GKG John to see what John has for the net this evening. John, take it away.
Good evening, Nick. Good evening, Nick, and hello to everyone on the net. This is KA8 GKG. I just want to say thank you. Oh, and I didn't see the trivia, so put me down for H and J, and that'll be close enough. But I want to say thank you to everyone who made the picnic such a success, like Russ and Gary, and I don't want to leave anybody out, and Jason and anybody else who contributed to it. It was a great day. I went to the picnic as I did last year. I had a great time, and I'm sorry if those of you missed it. You missed a good time. I had a nice time visiting with Dick K8AMX and Rod and Wendy. Was it K8JAX and Carrie and Elaine? And I'm not going to want to leave anyone out, but anyway, there's a lot of the people I got to see on a regular basis. I mean, not so regular, but today at the picnic I got to see, and it was a good time. So I want to thank everyone for such, and the weather was fantastic. I was expecting cool and rain, and it wasn't too hot. It was kind of cool, but it was nice. It was a good day. So anyways, great to see everyone, and we had a great time, great food, and I'm looking forward to next year's picnic and Christmas dinner. So that's all I have tonight, Nick. Back to net control, KA8GKG.
All right, John, thank you very much. We got you down there for a hotel in Juliet. And yes, it was a nice picnic. I'll admit, I woke up this morning and I went outside around 8 a.m. and I was like, uh-oh, this does not look like it's going to be a good day for a picnic. And I went back to bed for a couple hours after that, just kind of slept in a bit, and then I woke up and it was like, oh, it's much nicer now. I'm glad I went to sleep. I think that saved the day. But yeah, turned out to be a really nice day for a picnic, and it was nice to see everybody out there. And it's always, if you miss it, you kind of miss out, because it's good conversations, good people, and good food. And Sarah does a great job of that. So, thank you, sir. Thanks for your comments. Next, we had VK3HJQ John, who was in and out. And we're back down the bottom of our list. This is K8QKO on the WWK. We're open back up for another round of check-ins. Anyone who would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign now. Phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KA8GKG, recheck.
K8GKG, go ahead with your recheck.
Yeah, were you the one who won the 50-50?
Yes, sir, I was. I got lucky with that one.
Okay, so you were there, and I thought, okay, that must be you. I just wanted to confirm that. I looked you up on QRZ, and I hope you don't mind, but my uncle lived on your street there, right there on the, not quite on the corner, right next to the corner of Hilbish and Kramer. And my uncle lived there for many years, and it was a really nice place. So anyway, that's a nice area. I always liked that side of town. All right, that's all I have. Sorry for the intrusion. Back to net control, and I hope you get a couple more check-ins. KA8GKG.
All right, John, thank you. Was your uncle a ham radio operator, by the way?
No, he was a truck driver. And he helped connect me, and please don't tell anybody this, but I had a CB radio. This was almost 50 years ago. so it doesn't count. It cancels out, right? But he helped me get a good CB radio. But he was a truck driver, and he lived right there where I said.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, it is a nice little neighborhood. I like it. Hillbush is a little bit busier than I'd like it to be these days, but I remember when I was a kid, it was so full of potholes, nobody ever drove on this street. But now a lot of people kind of pass through it. And, busier traffic, people speed, but honestly, I've forgotten and left things out, left doors unlocked, and haven't really had any issues. So as far as the area goes, it seems pretty safe, and I enjoy it. It's not a horrible place to live. But I appreciate your comments there, and it's good to hear from you. So we are back down the bottom of our list. We didn't get any additional check-ins on my last call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to our net control team. We're going to start with KE8QWE Mike and see what traffic he has for the net this evening.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. Oh, I just went to church today. My wife and I came home and went to the picnic and had a great time. Ate way too much and went home, and I tried to sleep, but the new puppy kept yipping and yapping and barking and this and that and whatnot out. And so we did a little bit of that, and then I got on the Wolverine single sideband net. Tried to sleep a little more. It still wasn't much success, so the dog is asleep now. So trivia is going to be B&B, Bravo and Bravo. As far as the alternate trivia, I could see any one of the first three, but I'm going to go with B&B. So that being said, everybody have a great night. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8QKO.
All right, Mike. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo, and again, it's nice to see you today. And next we go down to KD8 EPC, the Sasquatch and Madonna. Dustin, take it away.
All right, QKO and the Beacon Net. Well, good evening to everybody. I don't have a whole lot to say tonight. I'm going to go with answer B for the main answer and answer C for the trivia. Otherwise, hope y'all had a fun time at the picnic. Sorry I missed you today. Had some family things and had to deal with that. So we missed y'all. We were thinking about you, and we'll try to definitely make the next one. All right, with that, this is KD8EPC, turning it back over to Net Control.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Dustin. Got you down there for Bravo and Charlie. And yes, it's always good to spend time with family. It definitely does come before ham radio, and probably should. Next, we go down to KD8 SLG, just Nick. How you doing tonight, Nick? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
KE8QKO, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Nick, and all of the Beacon netizens. It's great spending an afternoon with you and everybody else who was around this afternoon. That was a good time at the picnic, and thanks for the pulled pork, man. That was awesome. Let's get trivia out of the way. I'm going to go with Furbies. I think it was Furbies. That was pre-9/11. They were trying to see what they could get away with banning, so they went with a children's toy. That's my explanation there from the Liars Club. And for the alternate question, no, I went backwards. Sorry, that was the alternate question. For the main question, Andy's, I'm going with the 6,911. I do know a couple of guys who did work their hours had 100 contacts in the hour. And I don't remember how many hours there had to be covered, but I'm sure some were good and some were better than others. But that's my guess there. And, of course, I have to add something from the archives here. The Cornwaldo Bean family photos, many of them are on the plates, the metal plates from way, way back in the day before film. And at some point, some brain trust within the Cornwaldo Bean clan tried to take them through an airport and put them through the X-rays. So a lot of the Cornwaldo Bean family photos have been lost over time to what could only be described as stupidity. And as with most of Alan's questions, there's always a kernel of truth within the Colonel Cornwaldo Bean answers. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. And next we go down to ABNMO, Andy, and let's hear his comments for the net this evening.
Did you say AB8MO? This is AB8MO, because I have to say it that way. Hello, just Nick and everybody else on the Beacon Net. Yeah, you make a very good pulled pony. It was very good. I was commenting to Scott. I was like, oftentimes I've had pulled pork, and I think the meat is cooked to death, and yours was not. And it was cooked just right. It wasn't undercooked, I don't think. Scott, it was a KD8RWX. He was sitting across from me, or next to me. I don't know. We were talking with each other. And he just had it play, and he wanted it unadulterated. So I think he got a lot of thumbs up on your dish there. I just brought some cookies. I bought at a bakery, and they were okay. I might try another bakery sometime. We got a bunch of bakeries out here, and those. I think I've had better cookies from other Amish bakeries. So they got really, really good cinnamon rolls from where I got. I should have brought some cinnamon rolls. I'm kicking myself, but hey, went with the consensus, I think. So anyhow, Furby, I guess I'll go with that. Creepy enough. Why not? Why not ban it at the Pentagon? So anyhow, coming up to the end of that here, so I think I'll roll into trivia. Let me take a break here. Do epic reset. Let's see here. How many correct answers did we have? I tricked a lot of people. 1, 2, 3. I think only 3 correct answers here. Okay. Trivia question was as follows. How many contacts were logged for Ohio's most recent activation of W1AW/8, which occurred, approximately the last week of August? I don't remember the exact dates, but it was a week-long event. Was it 1,699, 6,911, 9,611, or D Delta, Andy's 59,999 boredom breaker net check-in? Well, if you guessed D, you were wrong. I'm still whining about being 59,999. That's just as bad as being 80,001 that I think Nick was a couple weeks ago. So we're in the almost but not quite club there. Anyway, here's the answer. Ohio's activation of W1AW/8 recorded a total of 9,611 contacts on phone, CW, and digital modes from 99 DXCC entities. There were a total of 61 total operators who activated W1AW/8 over approximately a week. So there you go. Didn't quite hit the 10,000 mark, but I was working digital and phone on 80 meters, and I worked some digital on 160. So I've been chasing W1AW's portable operations. They're throughout the year activating every state in the United States, plus, let's see, they did activate a Barracuda Samoa, and I think they're trying to get something in for Puerto Rico, for even Guantanamo Bay. They don't have anything scheduled, but it's in there in their tentative list. And for the U.S. Virgin Islands, let me drop it a sec. But like I said, those ones aren't scheduled yet. They're just in there, and they don't have anything going for those yet. But I've been chasing W1AW stations, and the hardest ones have been trying to get the neighboring states because there's so much emphasis on 15 and 20 meters, and that don't work when you're trying to work Indiana or Michigan or Pennsylvania. So, in my frustration, I made sure that there were some activations on 80 and 160 meters, something that neighboring states could work. So I think I accomplished that. And a lot of other operators accomplished it on 80. Two other guys are on 160 as well, besides me. I think there were 3 160-meter operators. All right, I've said enough. I'm going to throw it back to somebody who gets paid more than I do. KEAQKO in the net, this is AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. Yeah, I threw my answer in the blue screen before you read them, and I was wrong. I initially thought the Charlie answer, but then I thought, that's a lot of contacts, and I didn't take digital into account in my head, or I probably would have guessed Charlie, because you can make a lot of digital contacts pretty quick if you really want to. All right, so these are my comments for the net tonight. I went to the Sarah Club Sarah Club picnic today. It was nice to see everybody. I try to get out to as much of the Sarah events that I can to see people. It's good experiences, and it's kind of fun to hang out. And that's really it. Yeah, I made the pulled pork. And I'll tell you what I do with the pulled pork. You can do this in an oven. You can do it on a smoker, and it'll still come out awesome. But I like to smoke mine, so I like to use my smoker. I put my pork in a pan, in like an aluminum foil pan, and then I put it in the smoker, and I leave it in there until it gets a nice crunchy bark on the outside. And then I add apple cider to the pan to let it braise. So it kind of like braises with the apple cider, and then that adds a whole bunch of flavor, and it really helps keep it moisture, so you can't really dry it out. If you do that, unless you're really, really trying, you're not going to dry that thing out, because I left it in there for about 12 hours, and by the time I came out, it just fell apart, and I dumped it in the crock pot and heated it back up in the crock pot, turned it on, and brought it to the picnic. So that's how I do my pulled pork. And honestly, you're not going to go wrong if you do it that way. Using a good liquid, like a sweet liquid like a cider, or maybe a cider or orange juice combination, and sometimes I'll do that. But anyway, all right, so I'm going to break for time before I go into trivia. All right, so I gave my answer in the blue screen of Bravo for the primary question. Was wrong. The alternate question was I was in the Air Force during the time that this question comes out, so I probably should know it. But I don't. Now, like I mentioned earlier, is this a Pentagon rule or is this a DoD wide rule? And I wasn't aware of either one of them. I actually worked in the Pentagon around this time, maybe a little bit later, for a brief period of time. So I'm going to go with Furbies. The reason is because two-way radios were in use in and out of the Pentagon, and they were not illegal, and it didn't specify which types of two-way radios. So that's why I'm not going with two-way radios. And as far as Bluetooth goes, I'll say around 1999, I had this big, it was a heavy, my first cell phone was this heavy gray Motorola trapezoid thing, and it did not have Bluetooth back then. I don't remember having Bluetooth available in 1999 with anybody that I knew or anything available to me. So I'm going to go with Furbies, Bravo, for my answer for the alternate question. We'll see how that works out. Aside from that, that's really all I've got going on. So let's go, if he's still out there listening, we'll go up to KI5DAY and get our alternate question answer read to us. If you're out there, Andy, or not Andy, Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY, yeah, I'm here. Can you copy me okay?
Yes, sir, we copy you just fine.
Okay, sorry for the pause there. I am on Echo Stink, and it is stinking it up tonight. It is terrible. The sound quality on my iPhone and this thing is absolutely horrid. And I put my earbuds in, and nobody can hear me when I talk, so I have to take them out to talk again. Anyways, yeah, good net again. Sorry, I'm on this Sunday night thing till January, but most Sunday nights I'll be able to participate as much as I can. When I can, again, I will text questions and answers to Nick and Dustin. But tonight's alternate trivia question was, in 1999, the Pentagon outlawed the following device or devices: A, two-way radios, B, Furbies, C, Bluetooth devices, or D, any pictures of the Cornwall beam family. That was a great analysis, Nick, the metal pictures. Hi. Let me let this drop for a second. KI5DAY returning. So actually, yeah, two-way radios were in use. You were correct, Nick. So that was pretty common, but they were encrypted and everything. But as far as Bluetooth devices, I think the Bluetooth devices were invented in 1996, but they were not like what we think of as Bluetooth devices or Bluetooth technology. A little bit different. I'll have to look that one up for sure. But the actual answer, yes, was Furbies. Furbies came out in 1999. They found out right away that they had recording mimics, and those mimics could be dangerous in the Pentagon, so they immediately said that's an ixnay on the hombre when it comes to Furbies in the Pentagon. So they actually did say they were outlawed. So, yeah, there's another strange one for you. KI5DAY, back to net. 70.
All right, thank you, Alan. Another fine question. Furbies were outlawed in the Pentagon in 1999. That's good to know. Okay, so we are back down the bottom of our list. This is K8QK on the WWKY repeater. We've heard our trivia questions. We got the answers from all the people that checked in that wanted to give their answers. And we are now back down the bottom of our list. So if there's anyone out there that is listening that would like to check in, now that we've read the trivia questions and answers, you are welcome to do so. And I will say this is your one and only remaining chance to check into the BeaconNet this evening. So anyone who would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo 2 Delta Yankee, VK2DY, Robert
Kilo Charlie Niner, November Sierra Kilo, KC9 NSK, Santana, and Minnesota.
All right, I had VK2DY, Robert and Cindy, and I had KC9 MSK Santana out of Minnesota, I think you said. All right, so we're going to go up to VK2DY, Robert, see what life is like down there in Sydney and see how awesome the weather or not awesome the weather is now as they're going into, no, it's awesome. Yeah, going into summer. So look forward to those summer temperatures hearing from you here, Robert, as we go into our winter. Go ahead and take it away, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. This is Robert, VK2DY in Cellyville Ridge, New South Wales, but all part of the urban sprawl that is Sydney. Well, we're having a bit of a heat wave in early spring here. It's up to, what is it, up to Fahrenheit, 94 Fahrenheit. We'll probably get a degree or two more before we have another day of this heat, and then we'll go back down to more normal temperatures. But this is pretty typical in Sydney. You get streaks of very, very hot weather in the spring. So I think we're in for a hot summer, a hot, dry summer, which is what El Nino would forecast if the Bureau of Meteorology would finally come around to recognizing that it's coming. Anyway, other than that, not much else to share. Just want to say thank you for taking my check-in. VK2DY, back to net.
All right. right, thank you, Robert. I'm going to say that's hot for spring. I know maybe the guys in Oklahoma might not say so, but up here in Ohio, I'm going to say that's hot for spring. But it's good you're getting some warmer weather. Maybe get outdoors, do some more fun stuff. I know your winters are more mild than ours are, so that's always good. But it's good to hear from you there, Robert. We always appreciate it. And next we go down to KC9MSK Santana. Go ahead and take it away, sir.
Hey, this is KC9NSK. I was just checking in because I was on, what's this program called, NetLogger, and saw that your guys' net was going on, so I looked up the Echolink info and logged in. So yeah, it's good to check in, and just kind of getting back into ham radio. I finally got an HF antenna that's going to work over here in the townhome complex. I just have to do it in the darkness of the night. That way nobody knows what's going on over here. I'll send it back to Net Control. This is KC9NSK.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, I had your call sign written down wrong, but I fixed it in my NetLogger. Got it correctly. Got it in there correctly. But yeah, it's good to hear from you. It's nice to have you check in. I will say we meet, this net meets every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We start taking early check-ins at 9:30 Eastern Time. And then that starts up in full swing at 10. So if you want to get back to us and come back out, we're always happy to have you. We have a number of people that check in from around the country. So it's always good to have our check-ins. Actually, around the world now. You just heard Robert from Sydney. We had another Australian check-in earlier tonight that was in and out. So we got some regulars from around the world, and we always appreciate everybody. It makes for a great net. Okay, I'm going to break for time for a moment. All right, so my closing statement here on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KD8QWE, AB8MO, KD8SLG, and KD8EPC. I would like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink WWKY-R. You're welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m., except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net, every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
W8WKY.
This is KI5TAQ monitoring.
KI5TAQ, KD8SLG. How you doing, Tim?
Doing fine, Nick. Did you see a message from Alan before you guys signed off from the net?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, might as well say keep him and the family in prayer because I will not be surprised that Alan might think about heading down to Texas.
Roger, roger.
Yep. Anyways, I'm just sitting back here, and that was a good net tonight, as well as all the chatter on the blue screen and the Cornwall being funnies.
My attention is spread pretty thin tonight. I'm still cleaning up some email messes from over the weekend and a few other things, and got to get some things set up before the week starts tomorrow. So I've been multitasking.
Okay, well, I just wanted to let you know if you haven't seen it already. But anyways, you take it easy tonight, and I'll get ready to get up tomorrow morning, head for the playground. This is KI5TAQ.
Oh, back to the playground for Tim. Did you have a good week off?
Oh, I had a good week off. I even played around on Route 66 for a little bit.
Good deal, good deal. Well, that's pretty cool, man. That's not a bad endeavor for a week off. All right there, buddy. Well, I'll be listening for you. I'll probably hear you on the Board and Breaker net this week someday, I'm sure. We'll catch up with you later. KD8SLG, clear with KI5TAQ on your final, Tim.
And you have a good evening and the rest of the week. This is KI5TAQ 73.
W8WKY. W8WKY. W8WKY repeater PL1 14.8.